entering Lambeau Field in May. Gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run on first down with James is forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Amidst traffic. Coming up and making the big time play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a diving catch right side. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Now this time, Carl throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. A gain of 6 there on first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Catch made. It's Moreau. And I think the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking it.
Frustrated, 2 big dog got a lot of fucking anger built up, nigga. About to take it out on you, bro. Telling you now, bro.
Coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. The ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And it's a Packers touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now a play fake. Carr. They'll roll him out right. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches? you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Carr again. He'll find Richard here underneath. That catch good for only a couple. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Carr. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. It's a screen to Richard. Not much there, only a yard.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Carr now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders have taken the lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. Being chased out left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action. Ready for the third quarter. Take it in at the 3. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard into the secondary past the 40. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 2nd down, Richard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Daniel Carlson,
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. It's a room to maneuver. There he goes right side. Past the 20. 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. 77 yards. And the Packers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. On play action, now Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.